Oh no, we're in the podcast and I have to burp. And you know how I like the sound of my own voice in the microphone. Roll the intro.
When the kids are counting sheep, when the kids go to sleep, dreams and memories. When the kids go to sleep.
I thought you were just gonna burp.
No, I'm not that disgusting. I wouldn't do that
So how do
in
you
front
just
of all these
stop
people.
yourself?
Is that
You
something?
just like hold it in.
Sounds like a personal question you're really seeking to
just
find the
wondering.
answer to. Can I talk to me about the burp that we experienced last night that came from the little
No.
princess that is Colette, the
I-
belch your face butler?
I do belch sometimes. You know what?
You belched so hard
I
last
cannot-
night that I thought you full on like drank a 24 pack of Keystone Light in 30 minutes and
How do
you
you
had
know
to
I
throw
didn't?
it all up.
How do you know I didn't?
It was like Barney from The Simpsons.
See, that's his nickname for me, you guys.
Listen, sometimes
So
this is
rude.
how love.
Hey, at least
I
it's
wish
not.
they could just
at least I'm
experience
not
it
like
one time.
farting. Ew.
No, but she can belch. Like I'm like,
Bring
dude,
it.
Did Joe Alzada, the linebacker for the Chicago Bears, just come in here? What's going on?
What's going on?
And even the kids last night, that belch that you had last night.
I'm proud of it.
Gavin was like, "Whoa, mom!"
Hey, it's better than the other thing.
Listen, it's not. It's great. I love it.
It's not a competition here.
All right. All right. Welcome to the podcast. When the kids go to sleep,
Now
right
that you know
here.
all things about me,
We've talked about your belching
we
in the
have.
past.
It's cool.
This is episode
I can dig it.
152. Can you believe we've done
Nice.
152
152.
of these bad boys? Today,
So cool.
bless Blake's heart, we have started, and I think we should build like a bookshelf back here, like maybe somewhere, or like maybe just up here. But I want to have these 10 books, and maybe what it could be is it's like a rotating system. So as we find new books that we like, we can talk about them, because I like books, and I think there's a lot of value in books.
Yeah, I'm currently reading like 5. I need to tone it down and finish
That's what
one.
I hate too.
I know, because you get excited to
Start so
start
many
another one,
books.
and then
Dude.
like you get excited to start another one.
If I had a nickel for every time I bought a book
And
that I was
started
going
it?
to read, and then I was like, I want to read this one, I want to read this one, I would still have a lot less money, because then, nickel minus like whatever the book costs. Sometimes they're $20. That wouldn't help me if I had a nickel every
Right.
time.
Yeah,
That was a bad
that wouldn't
example.
help me.
Anyways,
So let's focus on one book at a time.
but these are the 5, and I'm going to tell you guys, I love, and I could talk about each and individually one of these and why they're good, but you could just take my word for it. And I could tell you that these 5 books are not a waste of time or money, and that there is real value and real principles in here that if you apply thoughts, ways of attacking a problem or thinking about your life, that you will learn attitudes. Because, dude, this is maybe you should read this one first.
Yeah, it's short and it helps.
It is short. And to me, this is what builds the hope to be able to do like all of these things. This is where it
point.
starts. This is very true. This should be the very first book you read. If you get any of these
So
5
tell
books.
them what it is. As a Man Thinketh by James
Sorry.
Allen. What? You gotta tell them what it is. You're sitting here. These 5 books, guys, these ones that you can't see, or I'm not going to tell you what they are. I'm just going to hold them like this, and hopefully you know what I'm talking about.
I was going to get to that, but I wanted to build them up.
It was making me anxious. I wanted them to know what it was.
Exactly. And now they want to know.
Oh.
So did it work?
You were building the suspense
Yes.
on purpose. I see.
Now you're mocking my suspense building. I have a plan here, woman. That was funny.
Just
though.
hold these up again
Okay,
for
so
you then.
As a Man Thinketh, I said this in my live show. Put those books down.
You dropped it on the floor.
Sorry, Dale.
Which one did we
Sorry,
love? Dale Carnegie.
We're not winning friends or influencing
That is
people
not,
with that.
That is not how you win friends or influence people.
Do not knock books out of their hands.
Danny. Paperback. So they're really, you can chuck these. You could burn them
Yeah.
in times of winter if it's cold outside.
Throw them over that mountain
Okay,
over
listen.
there.
A timeless classic that inspired The Secret, which a lot of people think is bullcrap, but I don't, and I'm rich, so you got to listen to me. As a Man Thinketh. Dude, that's funny that I can say that, and a lot of people be like, "Oh, it's true."
Oh, okay.
I should
Yeah, he's
listen
right.
to him. Because people put so much value on money. It's crazy how much.
Probably more than they
Anyways,
should.
I should
huh?
shut up. Okay, read this book. Think about this book. Believe that this book is true. That's what I did. I love this book. I would read this book
I love
every
it
day.
too.
But I forgot how to read.
It has so many gems that you just want to like
I'm just going to read one.
internalize.
Okay. I'm going to read one. Here is a man who is wretchedly poor. He is extremely anxious that his surroundings and home comforts should be improved. Yet all the time he shrinks his work and considers he is justified in trying to deceive his employer on the grounds of insufficiency of his wages. Such a man does not understand the simple rudiments of those principles which are the basis of true prosperity, and is not only totally unfitted to rise out of his wretchedness, but is actually attracting to himself a still deeper wretchedness by dwelling in and acting out indolent, deceptive, and unmanly thoughts. Basically, if you're always in self-pity and wallow like, my life sucks, my job sucks, my boss is a jerk, I'm not getting paid enough, and I'm going to try to like sneak out early this Friday so I can go to the concert with my friends, but I'll probably get in trouble by my stupid boss. That attitude is not going to help you. You need to be like, I'm fine. I'm going to work through this. I have a great house. I love this bed. It's comfortable. I sleep on it every night. Like no matter what. You know, when our 3 kids were sleeping on a mattress on the ground in Los Angeles, I wasn't thinking, man, this sucks. Our poor kids have to share a room and 3 of them have to sleep on one bed on the floor. We can't even freaking buy a box springs. We're such scumbags. I thought, this is such a cool opportunity. They get this time in their lives to experience what it's like to be roommates, and then like they can jump off the wall onto the bed, and it's a lot easier to do front flips onto when it's on the ground. Like that kind of attitude, just change the way you think. Simple as that. Change your attitude and the way you think about things, and it will change all of the outcomes. If you can just read this one book, throw all of these away, just do this one thing. Look at this. It's a tiny book. Half of it's 39 pages, not even with the outro. It's like 37 pages. If you read this and believe this and live this, I promise you, hand to the square, I swear on everything, your life will change. If you really, really do this every day, you think about this and you think about attitudes and everything that you approach in life, you stop and you be like, this is good. Everything is exactly how it should be, and it's perfect that way. Even the bad stuff. Mm-hmm. I was talking to the documentary crew about, we were driving like past our old house, and I was talking about how me and Andy built that shed.
Oh, yeah.
Let me give you a great example. Do you want to say a few things before I talk for another 5 minutes?
Sure.
Where'd my drink go?
Yeah, I love that this book is like...
Get that book first.
You could read it every day.
How much is it?
And it would be so good, and it's short.
This book's like $8.
All of those books, none of those books that are there were over $7 on Amazon.
Nice.
Less than $7. And you will
change your life.
$4. $4. Yeah, that's like, you can't even buy a red cup Starbucks for $4.
Yeah. So I'm just going to tell you what
this
the other
will change your life forever.
Just so you know. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert T. Kiyosaki. Is that how you say it? Yeah. And then Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And then The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen R. Covey, which they've actually adopted in schools this year. My kids are learning these principles.
Bless this guy's heart. He recently died like 3 years ago, but this guy, dude, this book is but this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, basically what this book is, this guy, Napoleon Hill, you know what he did? He studied all of the great rich magnates of the industrial age. Henry Ford, Winston, like all those type of dudes, like this guy knew and hung out with and studied. He specifically studied the richest, most successful people in the world back in like during, all that when the Industrial Revolution was happening and all like America was getting rich, the Rockefellers, that family, like he studied all of those people, and that's what this book is. Mm-hmm. And what's the first title? Think and Grow Rich. You know why? It's because like a lot of these books are based off of each other. Like they learn these principles and apply them, and then create companies like the Ford Corporation. You don't think Henry Ford didn't know this and believe in this principle? You don't think Abraham Lincoln didn't believe in this SHIT? This is universal stuff. For $4. This is the answer to everything. Why aren't you buying books and believing in this stuff?
So
it's simple.
You were going to talk, you said you built the thing think.
Example, as you think, so you are. I love Henry Ford said, what did he say? Oh my gosh, what's that Henry Ford saying? Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford, that's a principle right out of this book. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And some people come from, some real bad backgrounds where their parents and friends and family have been discouraging them for their entire lives, telling them they're stupid and they can't do stuff. So to say that to people is just like, well, that would be great if I was already rich like you, Shay. Stop acting like that. That's what I hate. People well,
you wouldn't be where you are today if you didn't think.
Okay, so here's what happened. Me and this guy started our very, very, very first business. I'm not going to say his full name. A guy that I knew from church named Andy, he had a cabinet business. I was working at a granite countertop shop. You guys knew that I used to do granite countertop shop. So we would go to church together, and I knew he did cabinets, and he knew that I worked at the granite shop because every once in a while we would cross paths because he would be doing a job that we were doing the granite on, so on and so forth. Long story short, we started chatting in church, not listening, like two bad boys.
Whoops.
And we said, let's start a business. Like, what if you did cabinets and I did granite, and we just started doing it out of our garage because we lived on this one street over from each other. Okay, so this is we had just brought Gavin home, our first little boy. I was really starting to feel like, we're building a family now. We had just bought that house. Remember that we bought that house? And so I'm like, I'm going to start a business with this guy. I'm going to finally do it. I'm going to man up and I'm going to leave working for somebody, that hourly wage, that guaranteed hourly wage, and I'm going to try it on our own. And we're going to do it with Andy, and he'll have connections because he does the cabinets. And it's just a good symbiotic relationship in the construction world, working cabinets and granites together because they're always on top of each other, right? And usually the cabinet guy doesn't do the granite and the granite guy doesn't do the cabinets because they're too involved to be able to do both of them. The tools that you need to do those, to build those things are way too involved. So if you find a place that does them both, it's a pretty big operation. Anyways, me and Andy, he had a pretty big garage. It was big enough that we could build cabinets and cut granite in. So I quit my job. I remember, dude, this is such a great story.
I cried.
The day that I quit my job.
Wasn't it your birthday?
Was my birthday. And we closed on that house. We bought a house the day I quit my job.
I wouldn't recommend doing it
and
that
if
way.
the people at the bank knew, they would not have given us that money because we got that loan based on the income from the job that I had. But I quit the job.
He was very confident that
on
he
the
was going to be able
day.
to make that money.
I quit my job and then we went to the title office.
And I'll be honest, I may not have been quite as confident, but I was supportive.
She cried. Talk about Tony Robbins, who's not in here.
Okay.
He has Tony Robbins has a lot of books. He talks about this concept of burning your ships at sea. You have got to succeed or you will die because we're going to burn the ships and we're going to go in, we're going to take over this land and we're going to live there. That's that mentality. But that's what it was. It was the day that I quit my job, we went down to the title office and bought that house. Anyways, started the business with Andy, started cutting granite and cabinets in his garage. And then if you know anything about granite, if you're cutting and polishing granite, it is dusty work. Yeah. And if you don't have a water system where you have a filtration and all that, that's really expensive.
The dust,
you have to do it dry. Yeah, you just have a grinder and you have these dry pads.
So bad for you.
And it gives you lung cancer. It's silica dust and it's a carcinogen. And if you breathe this granite dust, it's little tiny particles of rock that you're breathing in your lungs, right? Yeah. So it's really bad for you. So plus he was spraying the cabinets with all this lacquer. So we're breathing in lacquer and little particles of rock into our lungs. So lacquer's known to have cancer and it's sticky. So I'm definitely going to die of lung cancer. So we built this shed, right? We built this shed. We're we can't be breathing this stuff. He had 3 kids. I think we had just had Avia. So I had 2 kids. We're we can't be breathing this stuff in your garage. We're going to kill ourselves. And we had these little masks, but you could still breathe it. Anyways, so let's build a ventilation shed. This guy was handy with the steel, if you know what I mean, could earn his keep. Regulators! So we built this shed and we went to this old paint and auto body shop and they had this big spray booth that was old that they were getting rid of. Do you remember that, Ray's? Yeah. Anyways, there was this giant spray booth that we bought from these guys. It was this big metal thing that had a fan in it with a motor and it would suck all the air out of the room. So as I was polishing the granite, this big fan would suck the granite dust and it would go up and out this top of this stack that we built, right? So we built it in his backyard. Took us like a week to build. We both put like $750 to go buy the lumber and all the stuff, plus to buy like the ventilation thing from the auto body shop. And it was like a big thing to have to like put $1,500 into this thing, right? Like we were broke. I had just quit my job and bought this house. And now all of a sudden I have to put my half of a $750 thing to build this shop. We build it. It's great. We start cutting granite in it. We're like so proud of ourselves because we like, for about $3,000, we built ourselves probably the equivalent of like a $50,000 like spray room where he could spray his cabinets and I could cut my granite and it would all just suck out. We're going to get to which kid said it right after the story. So we built it. We're so happy. It was up. We're pumped about it. We're cutting granite in it. Not 3 or 4 days after we were like running our business in that, the neighbor calls the city. And it's like, they built that too close to the property line. I want it taken down. And if they don't take it down right now, blah, 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 there's going to be all these fines. And I remember being devastated.
Yeah, it was devastating.
Like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
We just got...
Like, just let us run our business. Like, let us do this thing, right? Like, we're struggling to make ends meet. And all of a sudden we have to take this booth down. And I was so just like mad at the guy and just disappointed. And because of that, like the business kind of fell apart. Like we like stopped doing the business together. And if I would have just thought like, that sucks, I can't run my own business. Like, it's just too hard. It's like, there's so much red tape and all this, you know, I just don't want to deal with all that, like city codes and ordinances and all that stuff. Anyways, and if they wouldn't have told us we wouldn't be where we're at today, you know? So I'm glad that bad thing happened, and bad things are going to happen to you,
right?
Whether it's like getting a flat tire or you're trying to start a business and you got somebody who's,
but really, I mean, that could have like stopped you altogether. You could have went back and got your job back and that would have changed everything. But even though you had to overcome that, you still persevered on and you still kept going with your own granite. We moved to a different location and you were still doing granite.
Anyways, that was a long story, but
there's a lot of lessons to be learned.
Yep. Okay.
We're gonna do which kid.
Do you want to do which kid said it real quick, or do you want to just do it on the next one? We can do it
the next one.
Can either do it now or the next one.
Let's do it right now.
Okay, here we go.
Which kid said it? You guys liked it, so we brought it back. This is the intro for now, unless Blake's got one. Play it.
You guys had a jingle when
what was it? Which
we used to do it at Maker.
I don't remember now.
You guys would sing it. We didn't.
We should just. Oh yeah, we should just make one up every time. Okay, like we no. Oh, I forgot. You're right. We did make one up. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which kid said it? Which kid said it? Here we are to decide. Which kid said it?
I think that was awesome.
Dude, we did that way better last night. I don't know what happened. All right, let's play right now. You know how it goes. Blake will play some audio from a past Shaytards vlog, and it'll be up to us. The way that we buzz in is we just scream out the answer, and whoever says the right name of the child first wins a point. Now, I am coming off of a week of an admitted loss. I feel like Ronda Rousey right now. I was undefeated.
Seriously?
I was overconfident. I came in all braggadocio, and I got kicked in the neck and then punched in the face twice while I was passed out on the canvas.
That was me. I kicked him hard.
So I'm going to be humble this week, and I'm going to hope that I win. So here we go.
I'm going to be humble too.
All right, here we go. So this week I opened it up to a little bit more the entire family. It's a
wider variety.
Some siblings or what have you may be involved in this one.
Okay.
Just to give you a heads up there.
All swear words are Carly.
Again, best of 7.
Swear words are Carly.
Best of 7.
We can just like write that down now.
It's best of 7 World Series Stanley Cup format. So here we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Number 1, ready?
Yep.
Yes. Shoot.
Your hair looks so pretty. Where are you going, loser?
Shay. I think I had said that.
I feel like you would say that too. I'm going to say, yeah, darn it.
You can't say me because
I'm going to say
you have to
Carly
guess.
then. I'm going to say Carly.
All right. Final answers?
No, Casey.
Oh.
I'm going to say Casey.
Can she change her answer?
He said final answers, question mark, and I said no.
So what if I change mine to Casey? Does that mean she wins because she said it first?
Yes.
She changed it first, technically.
Oh.
Whoops. Those are expensive headphones. I guess I'm gonna change. Dang it. I'm gonna stick with me. I said it, but now I think Casey said it. Crap.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Your hair looks so pretty. Where you going, loser?
Wait, that was you, right?
Is that me?
Yes,
that was
it
me.
was.
Okay, I was like, wait, sometimes you guys sound similar.
At first, I thought that was Casey, but like, no, that was me.
Next week, we'll figure out a way, maybe mount one of the TVs right there so we can route the clips
Watch it.
out and you can see it.
him. Yeah.
Okay. But until then,
1 point
going,
Shay.
all right, it's 1-0 Shay. Here we
Not
go.
prideful. Not prideful. Not prideful. Not prideful.
Ready for number 2?
I'm ready.
Hey, I'm watching you.
Hey, I'm watching you. Gavin. Oh, no. Wait, Grandma.
I'm going to say
Grandma.
grandma.
I said first.
You
I said Grandma.
first. Dang it. Okay, I'm going to say
I'm saying Grandma.
Carly.
Grandma Tard.
I'm going to say Carly.
Final answers?
Yeah.
Grandma Tard.
How was your dinner, Mommy Tar?
Oh, it's so delicious.
So good, huh?
I'm watching you.
What?
Oh, is that Avia?
I'm watching you.
Because we were
You're watching
making out.
us?
Oh,
Why would we do? Are we in trouble?
oh my
She's up in the
gosh,
tree.
she's
That's
so
at
cute.
Applebee's. I
Hey,
remember that.
I'm watching you.
I'm
Dang
watching
it.
you.
Okay.
Okay, so still
Getting hard.
1-0.
1-0 Shay. Okay, here we go. Number 3. Oh, I kicked myself in the head.
Gavin.
I was going to say Gavin.
Well, you should have said it faster.
Should've said it
Oh, I kicked
faster.
myself in the head.
I'm going to say Avia again.
Gavin.
Final
He's
answers?
like dancing. Gavin. I say Gavin. Carly.
Oh, it's Carly. Oh, man.
I like that hearty laugh in the background. Who is that gentleman?
All right.
was Carly.
Still 1-0 here.
Carly kicks herself in the head. We should
Oh,
do a gif where it
man.
just like keeps going and she like keeps kicking herself in the
We
head.
should.
All right. Dang it. 1-0 still. Here we go.
All right.
Number 4. Ew. Who's getting that shirt?
Carly. No,
I'm
she
gonna
just
say
said one.
Avia.
Dang it. Emmy. I'm going to go with Emmy. Ew. Who's
Avia.
getting that shirt? Ew.
Final answers?
I'm
I
saying,
guess.
I'm saying Emmy.
All right.
You're saying Avia?
Yes.
Here, Carly, rub this on your
I have
face.
makeup on.
Oh.
No. Ew, who's getting that shirt?
Oh, I did it.
Oh my
I said
goodness,
that.
this is getting hard.
If it's too hard, I can make it easier next time.
I was gonna say because it's kind of how would we? It's hard. I mean, it's just like based on like what it sounds like that person would say.
Yeah.
You know.
And I can take more recent stuff. This is obviously some older stuff, but
Yeah.
I thought that would make it more fun
But that reminds me.
It is fun.
for callbacks.
Do you remember when we sent all those shirts out? That
Yes.
was crazy.
Oh my goodness.
That was the worst decision. Trying to send shirts to people around the world was
Guarantee you,
like
people didn't get some of
it
them.
was so hard. That's like we had a freaking house full of like boxes. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, dude, it's only I'm still winning though. 1-0. How many we got? More? 2?
This is number 5.
Number 5, 5, 6, 7, 3 more. So listen, I'm gonna get the next 3 right, and then it'll be a sweep. Be humble, be humble, be humble, be humble, be humble.
Here we go.
I'm just gonna block
Number
you out.
5. I'm Shaytards.
I'm Shaytards. Avia.
I want to say Cooper for some reason. I'm trying to watch for a reaction on Blake's face.
I'm not saying anything.
Shaytards.
Dude, I think this should be bonus points if it's Cooper and I get it right. I'm gonna say Cooper.
I'm gonna say Avia.
Final answers?
It is Cooper's birthday today.
It is Cooper's birthday today. We have to go to Cooper's party tonight. That's why I'm saying
Yeah,
happy
party.
birthday to Cooper. Final answer, Cooper.
Okay. Final answers?
Yeah.
No, he wants us to change it. Should we change
Nope.
it?
I'm not saying anything. Here we go.
What's your name?
I'm Shaytards.
I'm
No, you're
Shaytards.
It's Gavin. Ah.
Dude, that's funny that he said I'm Shaytards.
Yeah.
It's funny to hear what kids perceive. We were in church yesterday and I was walking by Brock's class and I heard him say to his teacher, "My house has a name." And the teacher goes, "What's your house's name?" And I was like, I put my ear in. He goes, "It's called The Property." And I'm like, why does Brock think that the name
I
of our
think
house is
for the longest time
Property?
we had the house, but we weren't living in it, so we called it
Just called
the
it
property.
I'm going up to the property, right?
Yeah.
But it was just so funny to hear him. I just like was randomly walking past his class, and he just said, "My house has a name." I'm like, and then I was so curious, like, what does he think the name of our house is? Anyways, all right. Well, we suck. It's 1-0.
Wait, there's more, right?
Two more.
Okay.
This is number 6.
Número 6.
Yeah, both of us are pretty crappy.
Not me, because I got one.
Well,
so
you didn't get any others.
definitely better than you.
Seriously.
Okay, number 6.
Okay.
What are you going to show us? The new underwear your principal gave you? Yep, pretty creepy.
Shay, that said that. I remember saying that. Remember that at LA? All the kids in school got underwear.
What?
You don't remember that? I said
Was it
that.
for like a puberty thing or something?
No, I think it was like, I don't know what it was for. Let's play that clip, Blake. Let's see it. I remember saying that.
It was you for sure?
That's in LA.
Yes, but I need to show you something.
What are you gonna show us? The new underwear your principal gave you? Yep, pretty creepy.
Right.
You're not gonna be wearing those, you know.
Yes.
We're gonna burn them when we get home, okay?
They were trying to teach them hygiene things and to change every day because they were like on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday underwear. That's what it was.
I just
That
thought
is
was
weird.
So I was
Still a
like,
little strange.
yeah.
That's weird.
But I was like, well, wait, what? And I remember you're like, yeah, everybody in the school got them, and I'm like, I don't want.
I don't
The
want
school
the school
distributing-
giving my kid underwear.
What? That's weird.
Are you wearing Tuesday?
Yeah. Let me check. What day do you have on? Yeah.
That is
Our
weird.
kids don't go to that school anymore. All right. I got that one. So 2-0.
Yeah, so
And let's see. Hold on. Let me do some quick math. There's one more question.
If I recall, it was a blowout last week.
Ronda Rousey's
Saying.
back.
And there's one more here. And
right.
this one could be a little tricky. It could be 2 people. So keep that in mind if I'm reading it.
it could be 2 people.
Could be 2. Well, it
So like we could say either
may not
one
be
and it would
people.
be right.
I don't know. Just
What
It could be
the
Zeke.
heck,
It could be. I get it. Play it. What is it? Read it. I know. It's me and Zeke. I bet.
Daddy, do you think there'll be any stuffed mushrums left over?
It's me and Zeke. I bet. No. Me and Malachi. Daddy, do you think there'll be any stuffed mushrooms left over? I bet it's me and Malachi. That's a good hint.
That
Any
was
guesses?
really good.
You could say me and Zeke and be 50-50. I'm
Are
saying
you
both.
saying Malachi?
I'm saying Malachi.
Okay, I'll say Zeke. You and Zeke.
Copier.
All right, here we go.
If it's her and Zeke, I get a half a point.
No, you don't. You don't get nothing.
It's all or nothing, so you have to be right.
Even if she gets it right, I still win.
We could make this one worth 2. So
no,
it makes
Blake,
it more
stop
interesting.
it.
A double
Cool.
question.
I can take
Play
it.
it.
I can take it.
All right, here we
let's
go.
see.
Oh, you were right.
Do you think there'll be any stuffed mushrooms left over?
I'm so funny.
Oh, I'm so hilarious. Oh.
So 3-0.
You
It
win.
could have been 4-0, but you
Yeah.
only wanted to be worth 1. So.
Yeah. Dang it. Oh, that would have been a blowout.
No, but it is a blowout.
How did you
still.
beat me so bad last week? You
'Cause
killed me.
I
Was it
was
4-0?
just-
What
I
was the score
remembered
last week?
I think it was 4-1 or
4-1?
5-1. Yeah.
So what's the score this week? 3-0.
Oh, well, next
it's so
time.
embarrassing. Because you know what I did?
That's
I
harder when
spent
it's
some
like-
time in the off season. I studied. I watched every Shade Hard vlog.
You have, and
You
you've
should do that
edited
too.
them all too. So there's that.
Okay, thanks for joining us on the
Yeah,
episode.
thank you.
When the Kids Go to Sleep 152. Don't forget to download it for
Remember,
free on iTunes.
get
Think
some good
about how you
books.
think. That's what you got to think about. Think about the way you think about the stuff that happens to you. It matters.
It does matter.
All right, see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
We'll stay up, just you and I, and we'll talk about our pretty life when the kids go to sleep.